What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the wrestling news on April 4th, 2025. And for you all today, and we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know. And it's going to be from the Sports Kita article, including it includes first it's Charlotte Flair could technically break her father's WWE record at WrestleMania rather than John Cena, which I'm not sure how that's possible. But okay, but and it says right here, oh yeah, I can see what they're talking about if you count the NXT reigns. But anyways, like Trish Stratus, it sends a message to an emotional Charlotte Flair, like following her divorce confession, and Naomi hilariously mocks WWE SmackDown star ahead of high stakes match, and it says, in popular WWE superstar sends message to Adam Pearce, pushes for a return match on Raw, and Rey Mysterio wears a mask in WWE, according to Dominic Mysterio, and and uh, and Dominic Mysterio predicts Gunther versus also predicts Gunther versus Jey Uso WrestleMania World Heavyweight Championship match, and plus much more. And make sure to hit the subscribe button and the post notification bell for more of SNA's videos, and subscribe on his other channel, SNA Entertainment, which is the link is in the description box below. Thank you very much in advance. Let's explore the first story, and happy Friday to you too. Let's so we got some news that Charlotte Flair could beat her own father's record, according to his report. And it says Charlotte Flair takes Tiffany Stratton, and at WrestleMania, later in this month, and will be pushing to win her 15th women's championship, on the main roster. Like that being said, it will actually be her 17th women's world championship. Out of shock, for you fans, I know, and it WWE recognized all her reigns, then she would break her father's record. Understandably, WWE doesn't include her two NXT Women's Championship reigns, but like one of one of these title reigns began at WrestleMania, when she defeated Rhea Ripley. Ripley, after choosing her following her Royal Rumble win, it says right here, this was a main roster storyline. It was one of the biggest in the division at the time, and helped push NXT forward. But it's still not recognized in her list of accolades. Like the women's championships, on the main roster, are now recognized as world titles. So it's clear that when she wins two more titles, like she will equal like her father's reign record. And and along onto this topic about who's beaten her father's record at 16 world titles, like I yes, what you could ask, will John Cena take Ric Flair's uh record book record or take a record? Could he take Ric Flair's record breaking reign before Charlotte? And interesting questions. Charlotte Flair has 6 Raw Women's Championships, while 7 SmackDown. Was it? Yeah. Which I'll tell you, I thought it was like probably 7 each, like on each show, or maybe even 8 reigns with SmackDown. But oh yeah, no, count the Divas Championship in the matter. So yeah, that's pretty much like 7 reigns with the Raw Women's title and 7 reigns with the SmackDown. But anyways, a championship reign, like to her name, like these 14 title reigns, like are recorded by recorded by WWE, like two like but 2 NXT ones like are not like included, unfortunately. If Flair wins, like at WrestleMania 41, then like 15 will be recognized. Like in her story, like heading into WrestleMania 42, could be that like she wants to equal like her father's record if John Cena fails. Like in his quest, like to become a a record breaking world champion for the 17th time. And it says right here, Flair himself like has noted that his daughter is the is the right person like to break the record, like, and before John Cena's alliance like with The Rock, like he didn't seem as though like he was interested in making history. If there is a way for WWE to delay the title win, like then it would be a huge deal for Flair, like, and women like as a whole, like if she like holds the overall like record for the company. And and do you think that Charlotte Flair could make history and break her own father's record at WrestleMania, and even before John Cena, whether if he wins the title at Mania or not? Or do you think that WWE's not going to recognize and they're going to say that she's a 15-time champion? Because the reports are that it looks like the plans are always going to be having Charlotte to win at WrestleMania. And if so, like, do you think she's gonna make history, or do you think she's gonna have to do 2 times? Give me that WWE. It doesn't count the her 2 NXT title reigns, like one from 2014 and the other from like 2020. But either way, you assassinators, let me know in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next story. We got uh, Trish Stratus sends a message to an emotional Charlotte Flair following divorce confessions. Like Flair, like in Trish Stratus, or Charlotte Flair and Trish Stratus, like were rivals, like back in 2019, like when they headed into their clash at WrestleMania. Or I mean, not Wrestle. That's a WrestleMania. I mean, WWE SummerSlam, WWE Summer in that year. To determine the who was the greatest of all time. Like Flair came out like on top, like that night. But there seems to be a lasting respect between the two women since then. The queen has finally opened up about her recent divorce with from Andrade after the news of their separation broke out earlier this year. like Flair shared the the details on a recent appearance on the Sherry Shepherd show, and stated has since reacted on social media by commenting with a heart emoji that's been posted right here, which you can see for yourself. You see on the post right here on Instagram. If you can get a closer look, there it is right there. Right on top, where by her name, it says Trish Stratus. The WWE Hall of Famer was a baby face last time she was on WWE TV and teamed with Flair's WrestleMania opponent, reigning defending WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton, at the Elimination Chamber in her home country of Toronto. Still, it seems that Stratus was happy to break kayfabe, to let Charlotte Flair know that she was backing her through this tough time. As noted, the two women have quite a history inside the squared circle since both are seen as the leaders of the women's division for their respective eras. Now, a WWE Hall of Famers. Stratus was remained in shape, and has been able to return of several times to help the current generation. And yeah, and before I ask some questions, I want to give I want to wish the best of luck into this tough time for the Queen of Flares. At this I'll say emotionally tough time. Let me rephrase that. Being in serious, and seriously speaking, of course, yeah, nothing joking around about this, but yeah. And I want to ask you this question: what is your reaction about this? About hearing the very unfortunate news, between Charlotte and Andrade. Please leave it in the comment section right down below. And yeah, and do you think that we could see a part two between Flair versus Stratus in the wrestling perspectives? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. I would say maybe it could be down the line and down the road. I wouldn't mind yeah. Excuse me. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. Maybe some people on the internet probably be complaining about, but I'll say there's nothing wrong about this. Not like Trish Stratus is taking any opportunities from the rest of the women. She just doing it's some kind of a dream match, with the actual fans that actually would like to watch the legendary wrestlers that still can move despite their age at the age of 40. Like still move around if they're still in their 20s and 30s. Age should not limit like go limited on should not limit it into excuse me age should not limit a wrestler's a wrestler's time to be in the squared circle, I guess you could say. Yeah. Like if she can still move around, like if she haven't left the industry, like then there should be nothing that should slow her down of fighting for a championship, which that which that should shows like age is nothing but a number. But anyways, it says right here, Charlotte Flair will indeed face Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Title in 2 weeks from now, and it says right here at WrestleMania 41 is just over 2 weeks away, roughly I should say at this point because it's exactly 2 weeks from tomorrow. But anyways, like we got 15 days until the spectacle. But anyways, like and Flair has a huge match ahead uh, of her against Tiffany Stratton. The Queen is hoping that one day she will break her father's record of the world title reign. It says right here, John Cena is looking to wipe out that record at WrestleMania himself. But if he is unsuccessful, then Flair herself is only a few reigns off the record. And it says right here, Charlotte Flair is a six-time Raw Women's Champion, a seven-time SmackDown Women's Champion, and a former Divas Champion, which takes her to 14 reigns. And on the side, and if it does count, she have two reigns, two different reigns to be exact, with the NXT Women's Championship. Like, are and that includes it already into a 16-time champion, and would make her a record like and make her own WrestleMania later this month as well, like of being a record breaking 17 champion. And do you think that's possible, or do you think that they're only counting the main roster titles at this point? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. I think I kind of already asked this question before, but I thought I might just ask it just again, just to be sure. But in a different manner. But I'm gonna let you guys to think what the WWE thinks about this situation. She's gonna be known as a 14-time women's champion, or I mean a 15-time women's champion, or or maybe a or maybe at 17, which that's very confusing at this point. Like Naomi hilariously mocks WWE SmackDown star ahead of their marquee stakes match. Says right here, WWE superstar Naomi is set to wrestle like in her first match since the Women's Elimination Chamber match on the upcoming edition of Friday Night SmackDown. The the 37-year-old recently posted a a social media post mocking her opponent. The glow it ignited ignited the glow ignited a new rivalry last week by attacking Mi Chin and B Fab ahead of the former OC members clash against Charlotte Flair. However, Jade Cargill showed up to scare her away and have and again and save the former Hit Row member. In the process, it was later announced that B Fab would wrestle the former WWE SmackDown Women's Champion on April 4th tonight, which has another match that we need to add on to the card. But after the show, like Naomi issued a warning to B Fab, like she further mocked the latter with her response to an a Twitter user stating he that she wanted to see, you know, BFAP further mocked to the latter, with her responses on an Twitter user stating he wanted to see the 37-year-old win the WWE Women's United States Championship in 2025. I would say maybe that should happen along with her husband winning the men's version of the United States Championship, if you ask me. But this is what B Fab then replied. I don't like. This is what she responded. I don't, while laughing showing ha 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 ha, about 10 different times of putting ha's into into her message on X, which you can see down into your. And it was Muscle Man Malcolm that posted that before 2025 ends, he wants to see B Fab win the Women's United States Champion because she's more of an underrated talent in on the SmackDown Women's division. But that's what Naomi did say in response. But what are your thoughts onto this very brutal response of a message from the glowing women's wrestler? And that do you think Naomi's gonna get her wish and she doesn't win the women's United States champion before this year concludes, or do you think B Fab will somehow shock the world? I'll say either way. I just don't think it'll probably be sooner though, given that Chelsea Green is the reigning defending women's United States champion at this time, and look like you're gonna hold on to that title for a little while. And it looks like she's been teasing a face turn lately, despite her still trying to get some heel heat and try to remain as a heel, by even having adding in another member to her secret Hervis collection with Piper Niven, which is fellow Scottish women's star Alba Fire. But either way, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But let's continue with WWE women. I mean WWE Hall of Famer gives honest opinion on Naomi being a heel. Naomi officially turned heel after the Elimination Chamber match, when she took full responsibility for attacking Jade Cargill last year. Like WWE Hall of Famer Booker T recently shared his take on the heel turn. On a recent edition of his Hall of Fame podcast, Booker T stated that he loved the glow as a heel. The former world champion believes it would be very beneficial for her. He explains, no, I love it. Naomi is a heel. It's something I've been thinking about. She added for quite some time. I said when she felt the company and then came back. Well, he praised her for that, but what about the other? But anyways, that's a different video for a different day. But and she but to the company, and she was still the same person, kind of threw me off a little bit, but this change right here, oh, definitely is like something like I feel like is gonna give her like a lot more uh lot more wind to actually get some work done. Like that's gonna put her in a position like to work with a a lot of different people. But yeah, first of all, he high praised her coming back after leaving and making her name for herself out to TNA. But what about the other one that left? Like, which yeah, I'm not sure. Like if everybody I don't want to talk about that, but what about everybody talking about her high praise over at the other place? Well, that's doesn't matter right now. Like you talking about stuff from WWE, so I'm gonna give him a break for him right now. But I'm gonna wait until that time comes when the other comes back to WWE, and then see what his reaction is. But what's his high praise is. Hopefully, it's a good one. But anyway, speaking in a video speaking on the video package last week, like like on SmackDown, the Glow also warned Jade Cargill to stay away from her. Like it will be interesting to see when the the two former allies like uh will wrestle each other, which will likely be at WrestleMania. And that's what leads me into my second question. Second of all, like I mean, what's my yeah? Which I'm gonna ask you, assassinators, about this question. Like, when do you think they're gonna fight? Like, which you all know is gonna be at WrestleMania, and if so, like, who do you think is gonna walk out as the victor? And do you think Jade Cargill will get her full satisfied revenge onto the Glow for attacking her like right through the windshield, right center, right into the windshield of the car back last November? Please leave your comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next slide. Um, We got a popular WWE superstar sends message to Adam Pearce, like pushing for a return match on Raw. Like a popular WWE superstar recently sent a message to Adam Pearce informing the Raw general manager that he is ready to compete on the upcoming edition of the Red Show. Like the star was pulled out of a match last week. This week, like on Raw, like Pierce, informed American Made's Chad Gable that the latter would miss the upcoming show set to take place in the in his hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota, as he was not medically cleared to compete. However, like the former Raw Tag Team Champion insisted he would return to good health in uh, in time, to appear on the show. Gable recently took to his Instagram account to inform Pierce like that he was healthy and would be on Raw in his hometown. Like in his hometown, the 39-year-old noted that the people of Minneapolis would want to see him in action instead of El Grande Americano. But it says right here that and this is what he said onto the caption. Hey, Alan Pierce, like I told you, like once I got back to Minneapolis, Minnesota, I'd get myself healthy. I'm healthy now. I will be at Monday Night Raw, or I'll be on at Raw on Monday in Minneapolis. Expect me give my people like what they want. They don't want Americano. Like WWE, don't, they want Americano in Minneapolis. Don't let him steal my spotlight. And there's a video on Instagram for it, like you can see for yourself. I don't know why it's not going. But do you think that we'll see? Uh, we'll see Chad Gable like make an appearance at the last minute on Raw, despite like Adam Pierce right now not giving him what he wants. Like he's just basically like he just basically just want him to just excuse me. He just, my bad. But yeah. Anyways, you guys gonna keep declining until at the last minute finally have him fight him at. But could it be when we could see Chad Gable could go one on one with Great America? I mean, El Grande Americano, and then with Chad Gable making excuses about not fighting him, like but just because it just makes it more believable that El Grande Americano really is Chad Gable, like the adding to the speculation fuel to the fire, I guess you could say. But either way, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But we all know is that a great El Grande Americano is going to be wrestling at competing, I should say, at the event in Minneapolis instead. But Chad Gable is yet to wrestle in a televised WWE show like since the Royal Rumble. Chad Gable like has been like in the inaugural the inte- no, tech, not inaugural the integ the integral part of WWE's programming like for some time now. Like, however, like he has like wrestled only one match on Monday Night Raw this year. Like his only singles in ring appearance, like in 2025, ended in a loss against Penta, debuting like on the January 13th episode. Like excluding like his matches like on WWE Speed, Gable's next in-ring appearance like was like at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event. Like entered like the 30-man bout at number 3. Unfortunately, he could not do anything like significantly, like, and was ousted like by Jacob Fatu. After unsuccessful uh outings like against luchadors, like Chad Gable decided to learn the dark arts of lucha libre. Like Gable appeared like to be like content after getting a mystery box from an unknown man. However, he has yet to enter the squared circle. It remains to be seen when Chad Gable will return to in-ring action. And do you think that he will make an in-ring return by this coming Monday in his hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota, at on this upcoming edition of Monday Night Raw? Like what are your opinions and what are your thoughts onto this onto Chad Gable's appearance statistic? Excuse me. This appearance statistic being 100% accurate. Like and do And do you think that Chad Gable needs to be in the match soon on Raw? Given that he has a lack of being on a lack of performing on the red brand, since January, which that's 3 months ago. How, or almost 3 months ago at least. And that's probably a bit too much of him not competing in a match in that long. Which I which I would expect it to be 2 months, but 3 months, that's outrageous. But we moving on, the reason why we got a reason why Rey Mysterio wears the mask in WWE, according to his son Dominic Mysterio stated. Like and Rey Mysterio has been one of WWE's most popular baby faces over the last 2 decades. In a in an exclusive interview with Dominic Mysterio, gave a unique in character perspective on why his father wears a mask in the ring. He he reveals luchadors often wear masks throughout their wrestling careers. Like in 1999, Rey Mysterio was no, what I'm telling these things not reveal. This is just a general statement before I talk about what I'm talking about. In 1999, was forced to remove his mask after he and Conan lost to Kevin Nash and Scott Hall at AE at not AEW, WCW's Super Brawl 19. Yeah, 9, no, not 19, 9. Super Brawl number 9. Like three 3 years later, he began wearing a mask again after joining WWE. Like it says Dominic Mysterio has feuded with his father on WWE television ever since 2022. Speaking to Sportskeeda Wrestling's Riju Dasgupta, he claimed the legendary wrestler only wears a mask because he's unattractive. But that's probably a very choiceful. That's probably a very choiceful explanation, I guess you could say. Like if you ask me, but this is what he explains. I unfortunately lived with this man for 15 plus years. Like he's a deadbeat. He's a terrible person. He's not good. He's ugly. That's why he has to wear a mask. He has no hair. You guys are about the same height. So you got that going for you as far as being a fan. You got more hair than him. So that works. It's a little gray. Looks like his goatee. Like I I just don't like him. I don't like the guy. Like you're sitting there smiling. Like it seems like you're just happy that I'm talking about him. Like, but like it's okay. It is what it is. And you can read the full like interview like in the article on 10:15 to 10:53. And it says right here, and watch the video like about like to hear like that they hear Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan discuss John Cena's heel turn like with the Judgment Day's future like and furthermore like as well. But I want to ask you your opinion about Dirty Dominic Mysterio's what's your reaction to Dirty Dominic Mysterio going like going full, even more full beast mode, like with him, like staying in character and talking trash about his father, and even saying that, like, and claiming the reason why he does wear a mask, which is unlikely the reason why he wears a mask. But either way, let me know down in the comment section right down below what's your opinion onto that matter on that note. But I would say like it's all part of the kayfabe. Nothing like literal like on what you just said like like exactly is the case. Like I think it's more likely the complete opposite. Like it's gonna be. I think it's more of the complete opposite. The way it's all part of the tradition of lucha libre. Like, and then he wants to keep that tradition alive. Like, even though he had to take off the mask like before, which back was all the way back in WCW 1999 Super Brawl, like when yeah, like they said, the NWO beat the LWO's Mysterio and Conan, like the original LWO when Rey Mysterio was teaming with Conan and a couple other guys that was on there, which I'm trying to think about. I think who else was in that faction? I cannot remember, but But yeah, like he had to to take off the mask, which it showed like he showed his face, which is the only time he had to take off his mask until he joined WWE, and since then he did not like take off his mask on at least on screen. Like he never, like he barely have his mask off like when he's like in airports or somewhere in the public. Like that's when he's hanging out with the family, of course, like as a human being person. But But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below about that. Like, and what are your thoughts on Dirty Dominic Mysterio's like self-proclaimed opinion about that matter? Like, which we obviously know he's playing in his character because he still thinks he's a deadbeat, which we all know that's not true. He's just being a general asshole. But anyways, but let's move on to the next slide. We got Dirty Dominic Mysterio, like more news about him claiming like the only kids like the only kids that like Rey Mysterio. In the earlier in that same interview, like the sculptor, like that the sculptor, like hopefully I pronounced his last name correctly, like admitted that like he is a big fan of Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. Like, like he's the biggest fan. He's a big fan of Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. Like uh, biggest rivals like Rey Mysterio and Rhea Ripley. And you can see it right here, like on this post right here from Sportskeeda with them, like him saying he got to interview them and also like And then there's their post like with them being in what country they were located at? In India, yeah. Was they even dressed up like just like the Indian people? Yeah, like with the very stylish clothes and the outfits that they wear, like to fit in with them. Which I'm not sure if they would work with them fitting in. Like just saying, like I'll say, I guess I'm saying in kayfabe because they're heels, so I'm gonna be like kind of roasting them by like I believe even like for them, like even if they do have some fans over in that country, I still at the end of the day they're still bad guys, like at least in the wrestling's perspective. So yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that. Not much, and on that note, on this category about it, but according to the Judgment Day duo, like Ray, only appeals like to children and should not be supported by adults, like and wrestling fans, and adult wrestling fans. Like, and this is what he started off saying. Like, I think like you should grow up you grow up like with what Morgan said, like while Dirty Dominic Mysterio agreed by saying, yeah, double time, like yeah, like only kids like Rey Mysterio, it's because their brains aren't fully developed, which you can read about on on 10 on page 1053 to 1100, like 1100, I should say for sure, like on the on the full on the full article of the interview, like and Rey Mysterio also addressed possibility like of receiving a new tag team partner if he leaves the Judgment Day. But what are your thoughts on to the yeah the Dominic Mysterio like addressing the wrestling fans like to the adults like that they should not be rooting for him because like he's an unfunctional, childish, deadbeat father, which that doesn't sound fully accurate to me. Like just because he wears a mask doesn't mean he's acting childish. Like I was like, the only person that's acting childish is none other than the deadbeat son, which we all know that was in the interview. But I'm gonna let you guys to talk, give me your opinions about that in the comments. Do you agree with Dominic Mysterio or you don't? Which that's for a different conversation for a different day. Well, I'm saying that's a different conversation. This is the conversation, so I'm gonna let you guys decide. But I'm gonna give you my opinion real fast. Like, I don't think he's right, and I don't think you have to be a child to be a Rey Mysterio fan. Like, heck, I'm a young adult, and I'm still a Mysterio fan. Like, and for those that like only know me about wrestling, you probably would think like the reason why I wear a mask is because of him. I would say, mate, I'm not sure about that though, but at the same time, like I am I'm a ginormous like Mysterio mark. Like ever since I was very young, like I like the guy, and I like how he proves that yeah you can do anything despite your size. Like size doesn't matter. Like you can achieve great things if you put your mind into it. But yeah, but yeah, but well, let's move on to the next slide. We got Dominic. We're gonna end today's uh news video with Dominic Mysterio predicts like Gunther versus Jay Uso at WrestleMania 41. Jay Uso will challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship like at WrestleMania 41 on April April 19th to the 20th, and then in an exclusive interview with Dominic Mysterio, gave his thoughts on like which like wrestler will leave the show of shows like with the title on March 31st. Like Gunther like defeated like Jay's. main event Jay Uso, like and his brother, Jay's brother, no, he defeated Jay's brother Jimbo Uso like in a non-title match on this past Monday's Raw. Like after like the bout, like the Ring General tied Jay right to the middle ropes, like and forced him to watch as he attacked a bloody Jimbo Uso, like if it's an AEW wrestler, like in the ring. Speaking to Sportskeeda Wrestling's uh, Riju Dasgupta, like in the same interview, where but this time, like with Mysterio predicted like Gunther as the winner, like of the upcoming match, and he yeah predicted like I think Gunther like will the way will all the way like because I mean like look at Jay, like look at what happened to his brother, like he was bleeding out of his middle, bleeding out in the middle of the ring, like couldn't break like the little zip tie, zip tie. Of course, yeah, Dominic also admitted that he's capable of breaking a zip tie before. But anyways, I'm the world's strongest man, which I believe like a certain world former world champion will not like it when he hears his nickname being used in vain by somebody else claiming that they're the world's strongest man. Hopefully hopefully that he don't hear this like when he start talking about it on the Busted Open radio and say like he claims he calls him how about we get into the squared circle, which I won't be surprised if it's going to be on the news here on one of these articles like Sportskeeda. But anyways, but how like much does Braun Strowman press in 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 exemplify questions like in and I press like more than like him, like in yeah, which this is like we had the full interviews on 8:49 to 9:08. But what are your thoughts on to Dirty Dominic Mysterio's prediction? And do you think it will? And what do you think? Do you think that what's his name? Excuse me. Prediction. And do you think that it will indeed be Gunther that's gonna be walking, or do you think it's gonna be main event Jay? Ooh, so it's gonna be pulling off an upset. Please leave me a comment down below for that alone. And also, like, what are your thoughts on to Dirty Dom calling himself the world's strongest man when he said he could break a zip tie? I believe any strong man could break a zip tie. Like, it's just that that Jay Uso is having trouble of getting it off, and Gunther probably already knew that, so that's why he didn't tie it around his arms to get to the ropes. But like I believe even Sheamus broke out of a zip tie before, so it's not like it like that that a zip tie is not hard to break for a wrestler, but there's some that do uh, will have trouble and struggle like to rip it off of their arms. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below about that. But I believe he probably made a certain world's strongest man, like a real one, mad by claiming that he is one. But anyways, we got and watch the video like above to hear more from Dominic Mysterio and his on-screen girlfriend Liv Morgan. Also gave her take on John Cena's heel turn. And it says right here that Dominic Mysterio's WrestleMania 41 match, like with at the time like of this writing, like Dominic Mysterio is not advertised to wrestle at WrestleMania 41. Well, at least not yet. However, like the the Judgment Day member could still be added to the card ahead of the two-night event. And it says right here that the on March 31st, Dominic Mysterio gained momentum ahead of WrestleMania 41, teaming up with Finn Balor to defeat Braun Breaker and Penta. Like on Raw, realistically, the 27-year-old would likely have to earn an Intercontinental Championship opportunity in the next 2 weeks, to book his ticket to WrestleMania, which I believe that's going to start this Monday when Liv Morgan to help him get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship, with Finn Balor finally getting a shot, but only for him to realize I know he's still gonna get one too. He's gonna be flipping out, but it's where he pretends. This is where he be. Should I say be nice? I should say like the and try to congratulate and think he's be all in support with Dirty Dominic Mysterio will get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship, only for otherwise to happen when they screw each other out of the match at Mania itself, and then they start blaming each other. This will probably be the best way for Finn Balor to leave the Judgment Day with with uh with the help of Liv Morgan. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, you more than welcome to watch it any time in the day. But anyways, this is where we got uh but yeah, this is where we can see and we're seeing Liv Morgan now. We're seeing the reason why that she wants to be joined the Judgment Day, kick out the likes of Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley just by fully ending the Judgment Day once and for all, by promising to take everything that Rhea Ripley loves, including her man Dirty Dom and the Women's World Championship and the whole entire Judgment Day faction, and then making it come and crashing down, going down directly downhill, which that's a very interesting take. What's the reason why Liv Morgan joined the Judgment Day in the first place? But he had to wait next to ticket punches ticket to WrestleMania. Breaker, the current champion, has been targeted by Balor and Penta in recent weeks. The powerhouse superstar is expected to go to compete at WrestleMania, but his opponent has not yet been confirmed. And and do you think this will turn into some kind of and do you think this will turn into some kind of a fatal four-way kind of contest? In order to yeah, this wouldn't this turn into some kind of a fatal four-way kind of match from the triple threat to a fatal four, which hopefully that will turn to a five-way in some capacity, with Sheamus being added into the match. And do you think that could happen, or do you think they're going to stick to a fatal four-way, or maybe just a triple threat, and then Dirty Dominic Mysterio or just Dominic Mysterio, which Dirty nickname starting to be more catchy than ever. But yeah, we could see him costing Balor that way, and then we could see Braun Breaker retaining into that direction. But I hope that's okay too. Sheamus finally getting this shot at the Intercontinental Championship and finally getting this moment as an Intercontinental Championship. But I'm gonna let you decide in the comment section right down below. And I'm gonna just say right here, right now, but But yeah, like I guess that'll be it for today, Assassinators, on the wildest and intriguing wrestling news and rumors that you assassinators need to know. And if you ask me what my favorite one out of this list, if I had to pick one, um, also I like the one with the software, like like with them saying if she wins, she becomes 17th, like something that should be recognized in WWE right now. If you ask me, mm, uh, and I'm probably gonna get some backlash for saying this, but why not that? Like, even though like she's taken plenty of opportunities in the past before, and she's been known to do that, but it's like probably the most intriguing one, like in the wrestling news today. So I'm gonna give it to that, give her that. But let me know down in the comment section, right down below, what your opinions on the matter. And if so, and if, I hope you like this video. And if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button. Also, considering hit the subscribe and the post notification bell for more of SNA's videos. And yeah, again, subscribe on his other channel at SNA Entertainment. Link is in the description box below on this video. And also, make sure to check out my Friday Night SmackDown review video, which will be later on tonight, which I'll be talking about matches like Naomi taking on B Fab, along with Braun Strowman taking on Jacob Fatu in the last man standing match, which I think is going to main event the show. And this is where we're going to see like probably some post match controversy like between the new bloodline. But we're going to get into that after I talk about this right here. I mean, after I like after this video and when the match happens, like and like when it looks like it's gonna be it looks like it's gonna be Solo Sokoa that's gonna. It looks like gonna be Solo Sokoa that's gonna. Is gonna help out Braun Strowman, but only if it backfires. And this is where we can see the Monster of all monsters ended once and for all. And I'm like, how come it's gonna be a last man standing match and not a normal model match? I mean, one, because when they do find a match, it always ends up like in DQs or no contest. Like this time, I guess not gonna be so because it's gonna be no disqualification. And second of all, like they don't have to worry about like any of these guys taking the pin. And that can build up into a future match where Jacob Fatu is gonna be featured in. But I'm gonna ask you, who do you think is gonna be the last one standing? Let me know in the comments down below. Me personally, I think it's gonna be Braun Strowman because, like, well, they've been doing a pretty good job making so. I mean, Jacob Fatu be looking good, like of him, like just completely demolish poor Strowman. But it looks like this is the time to give Strowman like some revenge, like, and that's what you do when baby faces get attacked by the heels. They finally get their justice and their satisfaction of a W. And I think this, and we can get Braun Strowman to win without him pinning Jacob Fatu. And then this is where we can see Jacob Fatu get very upset about it. This is where we'll see some fallouts from the bloodline, and we're gonna have to wait and see about that. And also, we could possibly see like some appearances with the likes of CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. With Roman Reigns, we're going to be asking like what, trying to question Paul Heyman. Could question Paul Heyman what's exactly the favor that he promises to Chick Magnet Punk, which obviously we'll see Paul Heyman will probably be responding back like saying well, I can't really talk about anything that has to do with the favor, like much rather than like he would most likely would prefer to just like dodge the question for now, even though he's not trying to, but he get just not the time to discuss about it. But we're just gonna have to wait and see tonight on SmackDown. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this latest news podcast, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Hope y'all are having a magnificent Friday, and I'll see you next time with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye bye, my assassinators. Yeah, y'all take care, stay safe, be awesome, continue to be awesome, I should say. And stay good to yourself. and yeah, and you will achieve your dreams. Just keep believing. And yeah, your boy SNA won't stop believing that. Just need to put your mind into it. Believe in the man above that keeps you alive here and on this very in this uh in this very mixed feelings filled earth. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.